Good evening and welcome to the Channel Studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5.
Andy Burnham has promised to keep up the pressure on Russia despite what he called Moscow's outrageous threats on his first official visit to Ukraine as UK Prime Minister.
Mr. President.
During the trip, he handed over blueprints so Kyiv can keep its own long-range missiles. Moscow says the UK is participating in this war, and the decision to hand over classified information on missiles will add fuel to the fire. Burnham and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky have both delivered speeches in front of St. Sophia Cathedral in Kyiv, where a ceremony was held to mark the 35th anniversary of the nation's independence.
All aimed at crushing the independence that we are here to celebrate, trying to break your will. But today and every day, you prove that they have failed.
At least 30 people have been killed after a mound of rubbish at a major waste site collapsed onto nearby homes in Guinea's capital, Conakry. Another 22 people have been injured, including 6 seriously. Significant resources and personnel, including the military, were deployed to search for survivors after the collapse. One woman told local media her 5 children had died in the disaster. There are fears that the death toll will rise further. Court premises in the Zambian capital Lusaka and elsewhere have been shut as the deadline for filing a petition against the outcome of the recent presidential election approaches. An unusual police presence has been reported at some courts, which have been taped off to prevent access. Opposition candidate Brian Mundabile said he would challenge the election result, citing irregularities after coming second with a 38% share of the vote. Incumbent Hakainde Hichilema won a second term with 60%. Mundabile is in hiding over alleged threats made against him. Nearly 19,000 people have been urged to evacuate their homes as a large wildfire approaches Reno in Nevada. The fire, which officials say was caused deliberately, was first reported on Saturday, and windy conditions have contributed to its spread. A state of emergency has been declared in Washoe County, northwest of Nevada, as Governor Joe Lombardo calls it an active and rapidly evolving situation. US President Donald Trump is threatening to impose new tariffs on Canadian vehicles on the 1st of January. Meanwhile, Canada's Prime Minister Mark Carney is preparing a response to fresh tariffs imposed by the US on Canadian goods this weekend after trade talks collapsed. Carney confirmed he would match Trump's tariffs dollar for dollar from the 8th of September, including levies on steel, dairy, appliances and electronics. Both countries were optimistic of a trade deal, but talks fell apart, with each other accusing the other of making last-minute changes. A group of former cricket captains, including the Indian batting legend Sunil Gavaskar and one of England's longest-serving skippers, Sir Alistair Cook, have called on Pakistan to ensure its ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan can be given proper care while in custody. The cricketer-turned-politician has been in jail since 2023 on corruption charges which he denies. In a letter to Pakistan's current leader Shahbaz Sharif, the 21 former captains aired concern that Khan was allowed only a few hours at a hospital last week, where he was examined by a state-appointed team. Khan's party has also filed a contempt petition against the government for not giving him access to his own doctors as ordered by a top court. The football with which Diego Maradona scored his famous Hand of God goal in 1986 has sold at auction for £2.5 million. Maradona famously punched the ball past the goalkeeper Peter Shilton in Argentina's 2-1 quarter-final win over England. After the game, he told reporters it had been scored a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. Maradona later scored what became known as the goal of the century in the same game, dribbling past 5 England outfield players before slotting the ball past Shilton. And Chinese humanoid robots have broken records set by humans, including beating Usain Bolt's 100-meter sprint world record on the opening day of the Olympics-like World Humanoid Robot Games in Beijing. The 5-day games, now in its second year, are a spectacle demonstrating China's rapid progress in advanced robotics as the technology race with the US heats up, with 51 events and more than 1,000 competitions taking place, including running, table tennis and soccer. More than 2,000 humanoid robots were participating in the event.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the Channel Studios in Lagos.